I guess, targeting yourself, wanting to go for the undisputed against Devin, or are you like looking at Tank like, hey, that's a big fight for me, like maybe I'll go that route?
Yeah. They just asked me a lineup, right? Not too long ago I did an interview. My lineup would be Ryan, Devin, and Tank. Lead Tank for the grand finale.
That was Frank Martin's Christmas list after dominating Michael Rivera. Last night or Saturday night, he was talking about having Rolly, Devin Haney, and Tank Davis. Now, in this interview with Fight Hub, he's talking about having Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, and Tank as the grand finale. Now, they're taught well to call out names, clout chasing, whatever you want to call it, because he's not going to get Devin Haney, right? Devin Haney's going to fight Lomachenko, hopefully, and then move up. Ryan just wants Gervonta Davis. He doesn't want any parts of Frank Martin because Frank Martin's not big enough. And Shakur Stevenson offered him some smoke, but we know how that goes. PBC is not going to match Frank Martin against Shakur Stevenson, who is the boogeyman at 135 right now. But the fights I think he can get, I actually think Frank Martin has a better chance to get in that fight with Gervonta Davis than Ryan Garcia because of politics of boxing. And I hope I am wrong about this, but there's no contract signed. There's Twitter signed. If two guys reached agreement, they didn't even shake hands. They didn't even shake hands. And we're already thinking this fight's going to happen. And we know how the PBC usually operates, in-house fights. And I think Al Heyman rather have an in-house fight with Frank Martin than Ryan Garcia. If it was Don King and Bob Arum back in the 90s and 80s, then I think this fight could take off because they're all about the money. Al Heyman doesn't want to do a co-promotion with anybody. So it wouldn't surprise me at all, somewhere down the line, Gervonta Davis fights Frank Martin instead of the fight we want, Ryan Garcia. Agreements don't mean anything in sports, especially boxing, until it's signed on a dotted line. Eddie Hearn will be promoting the Canelo versus Ryder fight if it takes place. And if it happens, Eddie Hearn wants to put the fight in London. Canelo says it's very interesting, fighting Ryder in London. One of many options Canelo has because he's a cash cow of America. Right now, he's rehabbing his hand. He says he hasn't sat down and discussed it with Eddie Hearn yet. And I already hear his detractors saying, well, this is not getting ready for Bivol. Why is he taking John Ryder? What, he can fight David Benavidez, Andre, or others? Now, first of all, David Benavidez is fighting Caleb Plant. Andre could have been John Ryder if he didn't duck Zach Parker. And third, John Ryder is the WBO mandatory. So Canelo is fulfilling a mandatory in May if he fights John Ryder. I mean, what would these guys be saying if he didn't fight John Ryder? Oh, Canelo's ducking John Ryder. That's why he got stripped. One thing I noticed on YouTube, these guys like to move the goalpost, and they will move it once again if he did not fight John Ryder. And some Canelo fans won't agree with me when I say this, but I think Canelo should go fight in London. Fight John Ryder in London. I would also like Canelo to take a big fight in the Middle East. Why not? You already conquered America. Why not conquer the boxing world globally? What do you think about Gervonta Davis versus Frank Martin? Also, do you think if Canelo picks John Ryder, should the fight be in London? Anyway, leave your thoughts in comments below. Jay Beezy, I'm gone.